Totals possibly up to about 3, maybe 4 inches for our southeastern counties. The fog is mainly going to be over the areas that still have some snow on the ground or have seen that snow recently melt. Winds are going to pick up significantly as that front pushes through near 30, possibly up to 35 to 40. Sleet to freezing rain mixture here into more of a snow mixture as the upper atmosphere begins to cool off. It could cause very slick roadways, and that's why this advisory is in place all the way through 9 o'clock. Some lingering showers, maybe a couple thunderstorms. Most of those have continued to push eastward and out of our area. Compared to yesterday's dew points in the 20s, right now they're in the 40s, so that's a good sign. There is some moisture behind that. We call that wraparound moisture, and that could bring us those lingering showers. After that front, though, different story. We're going to drop all the way down to the low 20s. Count on that possibility of a fog, maybe even a light freezing drizzle. It's going to arrive mid-morning, bringing along with it those winds. You can see those long wind barbs there. It's going to quickly swing off to the east, and then an upper level ridge off to our west will continue to amplify. High in Lubbock of 68 degrees. Could be a little bit cooler or warmer depending on exactly when that front gets here. Welcome back to the News at 9. Now, some parts of the South Plains are under a freeze watch. This is for our southeastern counties. Going to see very cold temperatures. Don't worry too soon. Most of those cold temperatures will arrive on Thursday morning. That's where this freeze watch is in place. But that's not to say overnight tonight isn't also going to be cold, because a cold front has already arrived here in the South Plains. You can see that wind right there, where that line where the winds are picking up, that's the cold front already making its way through our northern parts of the South Plains. Now, as this front pushes through, we've already seen a couple of outflow boundaries, so you might have already gotten a taste of those very strong winds. Winds will come along with it, gusts near 30 miles per hour, so as those temperatures drop, the wind is not going to make it feel much better. Right now, still not too bad out there in Lubbock because the cold front hasn't quite reached us, still sitting at 53 degrees. Seeing humidity slowly drop, we saw dew points in the 50s earlier today. That cold front is also going to help dry us up, and that's why we're going to see those dew points drop. Right now, wind chill isn't too bad at 47, but as you can see off to the north where that cold front has made its way through, the wind is not making it feel very good. So overnight tonight, and especially into tomorrow morning, if you're heading out the door, prepare for the wind chill, and especially on Thursday morning when we do have that freeze watch in place. So after that cold front, dropping all the way down to 35 degrees. Could see some lingering showers or thunderstorms overnight tonight, especially for our eastern counties as that front pushes through. Overall, though, expecting dry conditions all the way through the morning hours, and that's going to remain throughout the afternoon behind the front. Dry conditions, only a high near 59 degrees, so it's going to be a cool day because of that front. Northeast winds around 5 to 10 miles per hour won't help, but the sunshine could warm us into the low 60s. Overall, just a below average day. You can see that front kind of pushing its way through the South Plains, also the central part of Oklahoma, brought to us along by this upper level trough. You can see that disturbance there. That's going to continue to push its way off to the east. What it's going to replace it is an upper level ridge, very broad ridge, but it is going to start to impact us and bring us mostly dry conditions. There's a little bit of a disturbance off to our west. It's going to approach us by the end of the week. Not expecting that to do really too much to our temperatures or provide us any rain. We'll continue to keep an eye on that. And then an upper level ridge, you can barely see it there. Not very amplified, but that's going to take over for the weekend. And it should make for a very pleasant weekend and even warming us up just a little bit after overnight tonight's cold front. So you can see that front pushing through. Don't be surprised if you see some lingering showers, maybe some thunderstorms, but past the midnight hour, it's mostly going to be dry. So gradual drying and clearing trend through tomorrow morning, still dropping us all the way down to about 35 degrees. But it's not going to be the coldest morning of the week. That freeze watch is in effect for Thursday. Overall cooler temperatures all the way through tomorrow and Thursday. It's only a high tomorrow near 59, still seeing plenty of sunshine behind that front, gradual drying trend. Calmer winds though, and that's what's going to help us drop even more on Thursday morning. Those calm winds, clear skies, and dry conditions all the way down to about 30 degrees or cooler for some parts of our northern counties. Actually, really just a cold morning overall here for the entire South Plains. Going to warm up a little bit in the afternoon though, with the sunshine helping us to get back into the low 60s. For the rest of the week, looks pretty good too. Finally, by Friday, getting back up towards average near 69, maybe the low 70s through Saturday. Couple cool mornings mixed in there, but overall very nice conditions, plenty of sunshine, and those temperatures right near 70. Really just kind of a fall week without really any much chance of rain. We'll continue to keep an eye on that as the next 7 days progress.
If you have a tree in your yard, the emphasis is on fall right now.
Yeah, colors are changing.
Absolutely.
And underneath it, this is not the asphalt. This is ice under here. So extremely slippery. As you can see, this is pretty much a complete sheet of ice. Roads look just fine, but we actually spun out with our tire, so do be careful. Already, every single car that has come through to try and stop at that stop sign has slid right through it. And even though the sun has risen and there's better visibility, please be extra cautious. Leave plenty of space between you and the car ahead of you. Snow drifts could also be a problem with the wind blowing that snow around, also creating low visibility. Now, with those freezing temperatures and that fog and drizzle potential, please be careful. On Monday, we had that freezing fog on Monday night, and it was a disaster on the roadways. Not like the 80s we saw last week, but it wasn't too bad.
Did enjoy that.
I don't want to say the S word yet, but we might even be dealing with some snow by then. So we'll keep an eye on that. Still not very confident in that because it's pretty far out, but there's always that chance.
Just goes back and forth.
If you haven't heard it blasting from the weather office
I have.
all day.
That's why I said that. Yes. You've
Yes,
had it, and you've had it on for a few weeks now.
Yeah. Even though it's December, we still have those fall conditions, and that's just a big fluctuation in temperature. Very typical.
That's true. It has been good.
Focus and be happy about the 60s that we've got headed our way.
Right, that's what I was
That
about
is
to say.
If I were to put an apple on your head and had a bow and arrow, would you let me shoot that off your head?
No, I trust you with a lot of things, Kurt, but not that.
I wouldn't either. Of course. That's the
What
best part.
12-year-old would not love that? I would enjoy chess probably if I was better at it. But
That's
I think it's
true.
a great game. I have a lot of respect for chess.
I do too. And